Hello, and welcome to the latest All-Star Picks of the Week with me, Detenya, on Dreams, or ItsAllStar everywhere else. This is just a collection of my personal highlights of the week, made in Dreams, and I'm excited to go through them in as fast a time as I can. We're going to start off with Chimpman Sunny from Onti Music and Big Sam's 92. Now this is technically an incomplete dead project, but it oozes style. Just look at this. What a title screen, what a character, the chimp with a baseball bat, and the city is absolutely bopping. And once we start playing the game here, you can see what sort of game this is. And it's really well put together, it's fun to play, it's super stylish, it's got charm, it's got character. It's a real shame that it is an incomplete dead project, but if the Dreamiverse is known for one thing, it's potentially like finding incomplete dead projects and then saying to the creator, this is really good, you should do more of this. And you know, this is definitely one of those cases, or even where the creator could just release it as like remixable and let someone else finish it. Like, it's really cool, it's a lot of fun. We are this chimp with a baseball bat beating up a bunch of rats. Or mice. Could be either. I'm no expert on the matter. But it's really stylish, really cool, really well done. In a little while, you will also see, so you can wall jump and you can hang from ledges, which is really cool. We'll just take out this guy and then we'll do a bit of a slide. In fact, it appears as though we don't slide for a little bit more, but there's a slide, or a roll rather. And you can of course use that roll to traverse through parts of the map that you might not otherwise be able to access. Classic wall jumping tutorial. There we go. And then here's the roll. There we go. Wonderful. You can play this for another few minutes after that point where I just stopped. You do eventually reach a dead end, but it's super cool. It's a great example of how you can use Dreams to put together these stylish indie games. Also, in one of the big titles this week, I have Wordsmith, Guess the Word. This is a new release from Nalphazilla, and it's super cool. I mean, it's basically Wordle Dreams Edition, and unfortunately, I've already played it today. You can see here there is going to be a new word in 2 hours, which is super exciting. There is literally a new word every day, just like Wordle. It uses the new time gadget that was recently released by Media Molecule in order to do that. You have daily streaks, which are of course represented from a scoreboard, on a scoreboard rather. And it's Wordle, but it's got slight differences in its HUD and its UI and its presentation. It's just mechanically the same as Wordle, but it's really cool. I'm going to try to keep up my daily streak for as long as I can. And just like Wordle has been a phenomenon, I kind of like the idea of like Dreams sort of coming together with their own like sort of like phenomenon with Wordsmith. Super cool. I'm looking forward to the future of this and to more people discovering it. It's a shame I couldn't show it off more in this video, but I have done today's word. We now have Liminal from Ramstein 53452 in collaboration with Matizzle, and this is a demo. It was made last year, but it's recently been updated, and I'm super hyped for the full release of this game that appears to be coming in September of this year. It's been a long time in the works. It's really atmospheric, and it shows the power of indie horror within Dreams. We're just going to be able to play it for a minute or two just now, and this is a fully formed demo experience that you can play for quite a long time. But I hope this draws you in. go. It's so atmospheric, right? That is just the introduction scene. You can see here there's a whole bunch of other scenes. It gets a lot darker and a lot more horror-esque. That is just really setting the scene there. I hope it draws you in with its presentation and its overall cinematic values as well. That's a demo of Liminal, and I do recommend it. We now have Where's My Pizza from Orange Pixel Juice. This is a fun game where you have to keep things balanced on you while you complete an obstacle course. Here we go. Great music there, of course, from Cecil James, made for a Dream Sounds Robot Jam. Now let's try and complete this course. Dear, already we just lost quite a lot of our pizza there, but that's fine. We're still alive. Oh no, yep, not anymore. No, we're good. We're done for now. Okay. Oh, we just lost a lot at the start, but that's fine. Right, here we go. Speedrun. Oh, okay. Speedrun. Oh no, we fell down the hole again. But you can see what sort of game this is. It's really cool. It's from Orange Pixel Juice. It's called Where's My Pizza? And you can play as a janky bot who has to deliver pizza. We now have Pathogen from Jiffy Jaff, which is another horror experience. There's a whole bunch of amazing horror experiences made in Dreams, and you know, this is just another one of them. It's great to see like the indie horror scene grow through Dreams. This is a full-on game, nearly 2 hours long, and it's got 2 possible endings. It's really cinematic, really atmospheric. Of course, I can only show off a minute or 2 here as a little showcase, but I hope it draws you in to play it for yourself. Okay, so they were sent a letter by a Miss Clementine Briggs, whose name at first glance they did not recognise. However, they soon came to realise that this was the daughter of the matriarch of their family, Josephine Dunway, meaning that she was their grandmother. At least they believed so. Clementine Briggs, who must be their aunt, said to them to return to Ashmore for a family reunion of sorts. Why would they return there? The only thing left for me is my mother, who didn't want to leave because our heritage lies in the city of Ashmore. I had no plans of returning. However, Miss Briggs said in her letter that Mother has fallen sick with the plague. At least that gives me a reason to return. Let's return. Now look at this scene here. It's incredibly well put together from Jiffy Jaff, who has made a whole bunch of horror experiences within Dreams, and we'll get to more of them later on in this collection. But this is all really well put together. It's got an interesting story. It's got interesting puzzles and an overall interesting horror atmosphere, as well as some genuinely terrifying set pieces. There are elements of the game that remind me of Siberia, which is like an old point-and-click PC game from a while ago, but it's just elements of it. This is really cool and really well done, and an original experience made in Dreams. And it's got a lot more horror elements than Siberia as well. And hopefully this has drawn you in. We're going to have more on Jiffy Jaff later on, but for now we're going to move on to Highest Balloon Ever. This is a new game from OG KSA, and I have to say it's quite a compelling high score experience. They're a creator I'm familiar with through things such as Cross the Streets and Flappy Flame, and very much in the same vein as those games. This is a very kind of like pretty simple score attack game, but it's really compelling, just like all the best score attack games are. We control this balloon, and we simply have to get it as high as we can to become the highest balloon ever. So here we go, let's try. Also, let's try our very best not to pop. I'm aware that eventually we will have to pop. The story, like, what's interesting philosophically about this game is that eventually everyone pops. It's just some people pop early on, and others pop after they've flown very high. And when you do pop, it's very affecting. And as you get higher, things get windier, which makes it harder. It's a subtle effect, but it works. Whoa. Just got to keep a steady hand. You're doing not bad. But it's getting windy. Trying not to think too hard about it, just going with the flow. I'm being the balloon. I'm one with the balloon. Look at us now. We've gone into space. There's something really quite calming and soothing about it, but like I said, eventually... Oh! Eventually we're all gonna pop. So let's just enjoy floating up as much as we can in the moment while things are chill. It's a really cool game. It's got a competitive scoreboard, and I did pop my balloon. Also in this stuff to play section, we have Trip's Voyage. It's a game that I'm sure you are all familiar with. And I accidentally reset progress on it last week, which means that I still can't show off this new area, which I have played. But yeah, I need to get my anchors back again. But it's important just to have it here as another reminder that Trip's Voyage is a really cool game that is out in the Dreamiverse, and it got a new level. And whether you've played that, whether you've played it before or not, it's always worth checking out. It's really cool. We now have Pierogi Boy's Temple of Doom remix. If you've been keeping an eye on these collections for a while, you'll know that I'm a big fan of Temple of Doom. I'm even working on my own Temple of Doom level at the moment, but I'm not looking to rush it out. I'm you know, it's going to be cool. But Pierogi Boy in the meantime has put together their own version, and this is cool. I've not completed it yet, but I definitely will be at some point in the future because I like it. You know, I like the core gameplay, and I'm happy to take on like the challenge of a new level. I did play it a bit like earlier on, offline, just like for a while to get to grips with it, and I would say I got about halfway through it in about 7 minutes. So I know I'm doing terrible now, but when I'm in the right frame of mind, I reckon, yeah, I'm gonna have a good time going through this, setting a little score. Oh, yeah, there we go. I am more than happy to see more Temple of Doom levels, and as I said, I'm even working on my own, and I'm excited to get that out there when it's done. There we go, there we go. There we go. See, we can do this, you know what I mean? We know what we're doing with Temple of Doom. There we go. I'm now compelled to keep playing this in the way that Temple of Doom keeps you compelled to keep playing it. I'm a big fan. I will be going back and completing that and setting a time and stuff. But that's just a little showcase to hopefully draw you in to play it yourself. We now have Todo's art gallery from Todo themselves, and it's very self-explanatory. It is an art gallery, but it's a very nice art gallery, made with like predominantly the square fleck. It's got lots of various examples of how to use the square fleck. It's amazing use of the square fleck, and a wonderful showcase of that fleck, as well as a showcase of the talents of Todo. Like, look at this. It's crazy. You know what I mean? All those voxels. I implore you to come and load up this museum for yourself and have a proper explore. It's really cool. We now have Throwaway from Mr. Supreme Magic, and it says in collaboration with the Tenya. I voiced the tutorial for this one, full disclosure, but the gameplay is from Mr. Supreme Magic, Egg Lego. You know, it's pretty important I don't take any credit for any of that. Now let's pick a banana. Now that you've chosen your item, you can learn the basics. Use the left stick to move, and X to change from movement to charge mode. Once on charge mode, press R2 to charge. And finally, when on the desired power, press X to fire. Great! Now show those targets what you're made of. There we go. That's my voice acting for the intro there. Now, let's shoot this banana at that target. Oh, I missed. Let's throw it harder this time. There we go, I hit it. There we go, there we go. I actually messed up the level by missing one, but let's go again. Here we go. Boom. Boom. And boom. We really threw those bananas at those targets. Now, let's do this level. Here we go. There we go, boom, boom, boom. I always go for the banana, by the way. I voiced the tutorial for this game, and I say go banana. Beautiful. And you can see, like, there's a whole bunch of levels here. Like, there's really loads of them, and it's really cool. They get more complex as time goes on. And it's very interesting, and it's very fun. And Mr. Supreme Magic, Egg Lego, is a creator to keep an eye out on. Very cool, do keep an eye out for their upcoming projects as well. We now move on to Mecca Meltdown, a full game from Catastrophe YT. This actually came out quite a while ago, and I featured it at the time, but it did recently just get some quality of life updates that I think make it worthy of a revisit from anyone who's played it before, as well as potentially like a first time visit from anyone who's not played it before. It's like a first person sort of parkour shooter, and it's interesting, it's cool. It's great to see Cat making games as well as like awesome music. So straight away, boom, we're shooting out the glass, and we're off to an all action start as we shoot out the glass, and then we've got like platforming over lava. And then here's these guys, like, and this really is like a full game. It will take you like half an hour to 40 minutes to play the entire thing, maybe even more than that if you end up struggling with some of the more difficult sections. It's well put together, and it's fun, it's random. Like, I bet you never saw these little guys just coming out of the blue. Like, no one expects the little guys to come. Oh, flip. And it does get crazier. There we go. Oh, flip, 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 flip. Shoot the glass man. Now run. There we go. Right. Boom. Now that is an introduction. Like, we're now on to level 2 of Mecca Meltdown, but you can see there's a whole heap of levels here. Like, this game goes on, and it's well worth your time. I recommend playing it. We now have a demo of Shotgun Knight from Super Afro Boy. This is a new project from them, and I think it's cool. Super Afro Boy is so prolific. They put out so much cool stuff. So many like functional demos and fun ideas and great little high score games or speedruns, and this is a lot of fun. So, Sir Timothy Shotgun, your cleansing skills are required in the area surrounding the village of Board Tripper. Alright, let's go. I'm going to come up here. I'm going to talk to this guy. Okay, let's stay down on the deck. Oh no, here we go, now it's broken. Here we go, yeah. Do something! Smack it with your weapon! Alright, mate, alright. There. I'm Shotgun Knight. I can fix an engine just by smacking it, and I'll get 100 XP in the process. Boom. Unfortunately, it didn't stop us from crashing, but it's fine.
Hey.
We're Shotgun Knight.
Hey.
Hello. Hello.
I think that's me.
Hello.
And I think that's Snooker the Hodgehog.
Hello. Hello.
I think that's me as well.
Hey there. Hey there.
I'm sorry, I don't know who that one is, but it's great to hear that these voices are taken from the amateur voice acting jam. It's really cool. Stranger is not welcome here. Stranger should move along. It's a really interesting like action RPG, right, with a storyline and a world to explore. But what's also really interesting about it is that it contains an arcade game that you can find later on, which is actually like a 2D platformer. Here we go. It's a speedrun 2D platformer. Last time I checked, I was #1 on the scoreboard. I might not be anymore, but this is a lot of fun to play. And it's just a lovely little surprise inside a bigger game, which is not necessarily like, you know, a 2D platformer. Again, we're not going to complete that level just now, but there we go. I am still #1. So there we go. Here we go. Yeah, that's really cool. Now, our next game just now is Fairy Fishing from Tricobalt. And this came out a while ago, but I only discovered it relatively recently, and I also believe that it deserves a lot more thumbs up than it has. It's 8 stages of increasingly odd fairy catching action. Boom, we just caught a fairy. Don't you just love it when you catch a fairy? Just like that, we caught all the fairies. Who needs these fairies? Now, we can come down on them. Let's go. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. There we go. Boom. You can see it's really interesting, right? It's fairy fishing. It's a unique concept, as you are down at your weird alien garden where there is a pond. It's really cool though. It's got 8 levels, and I hope that intrigues you. We now have a work in progress demo of Andrew the Half Zombie 2 from Loopertoon. Andrew the Half Zombie 1 is a really cool MM pick. If you've not played it, it's well worth checking out, and it's interesting to see a sequel in the works. So yeah, Andrew the Half Zombie, genuinely, a bit of an underrated MM pick, well worth playing. And already we can see that this game features this entire menu system here, which wasn't in the first game, and it's got quests. And you know, even just the fact the controls are listed in that way, you can see the way that they have improved the game, and it's really cool. And there we go. Thanks for playing. We can now roam about in the map. Like, there's not necessarily like a lot to see in the demo, but it's nice to know that the game is being made and that there are like various improvements being done to it as well. And it's really cool. It's got a great scene, and I'm looking forward to the full release. Also here I have the Ninetail Fox. Now this is a game that you probably are aware of. It's an MM pick and an MP nominee. However, it's just recently had some quality of life updates, so it's well worth sharing again. Also, some people might not have played it. So this is a really cool, like, 2D action platformer, very much in the vein of another dream called Ninetail Fox that you may or may not be familiar with. But it's got a different style to it. The combat feels good, just as in the other title, but it's got a different visual style and some slightly different moves. It's pretty cool. I like how that block lifts us up there. And it's okay. I know there's a thing trying to fight us there, but we can just move on for the sake of the showcase. There we go, there we go. Really well put together, right? Really stylish. You wouldn't know this was made in Dreams, just like with so many top Dreams titles. Didn't mean to jump off there, but sometimes these things just happen. Now, we're going to control our imp, we're going to take our imp, and we're going to use our imp to fix the bridge. That's really cool, right? I love games that make use of the imp. I think it's really fun. And it adds like an extra little angle to it on top of being like a 2D action platformer. Really cool, and I hope that that does act as a little showcase to have you check it out for yourself. Now this next game is quite difficult to showcase because it's a multiplayer game, and I am on my own. But it's a Dreams version of the old classic Pin the Tail on the Donkey, as well as different variants from RJ Smith 86. And it's really cool, it's really well put together. I can totally see it working as a party game. It's just very difficult to play on your own. Let's pin the tail on the donkey with 2 players, but I am on my own. Now, look, you're supposed to like get blindfolded in real life and stuff, but and then like, you know, there's like this curtain here. Like, even though this curtain's on, like, I'm still controlling the thing behind the curtain. And then I press X to pick a position, and yeah, I chose there. You do need someone to like keep an eye on you though, because it's very easy to cheat when you're doing single player. Like, this is a really cool party game and a really cool Dreams concept, and I do hope people go and check it out, but you do need to play it with someone. We now move on to Dual Gunner from Snowline Grass. This is actually their debut Dream, which is always an exciting thing for me to see. Level 134, they've been putting a lot of work into it, it just came out. I love discovering new Dreamers. And this is really fun in VR. You can play it not in VR, but like, if you have VR and also a VR gun, then that's the ideal experience for this one. It is essentially like a sort of wave-based, high-score attack, first-person gallery shooter. But it's well put together. Look at this intro. And just like that, the level was built before our eyes. Now, here's a little tutorial that unfortunately cannot be skipped, so even if you do know how to play the game, you still have to go through this. But you can see I'm controlling the, I'm controlling the gun with the motion, just aiming as you would. That's what makes it so good in VR as well, and especially if you've got a motion gun. Oh, there we go. These ones you do have to shoot in mid-air. If you shoot them when you're on the ground, then you don't get points. Now here we go, the level evolves, and now the game begins. And literally, we've just got to try and shoot stuff. And that is all there is to it, just shoot the stuff before it gets to you, right? And you've got to survive and get as high a score as you can. It's very simple in that respect. But it works, and it's fun. Especially in VR, which I'm not in right now, but this is good in VR. Oh, come on, don't jump at me. It's terrifying when they jump at you. Watch, this one's gonna jump at me. Look, no. Don't jump at me. No. Oh, flip, he jumped at me. It's a lot of fun. It's really cool. It's dual gunner, and it's their debut Dream. Like I say, it's always very exciting to discover like brand new talents. Now let's have a quick little audio-visual break as we check out the latest episode of Let's Talk Dreams from Red Saikatsu. This is a weekly series showcasing various things in dreams, and it's really cool.
Let's Talk Dreams. Welcome back, everyone, to the 5th episode of Let's Talk Dreams. Can you believe it? Let's Talk Dreams has been going for an entire month, 5 whole episodes. And today is the start of summer. Or, well, the start of my summer. So, what better theme than summer? But, as you know, we can't go into this episode without checking out who won the MVC coin. It was a tough choice. But, the winner of the asset creation for Underwater Week is Ode to a Mermaid by Marco Savat. And the winner of the dream portion is Georgia Aquarium, Ocean Voyager by Guardian Dragon 99. It was a real difficult choice narrowing it down, so well done on the winners. Now moving along, it's time to check out the summer-themed assets. Coming up first, we've got Sandcastle by Prism Knight 90. You can't spell summer without Sandcastle. Well, you can, but you shouldn't. Coming in at only 3% thermo, this is perfect for decorating any beach. Or you can even make it giant, and then you'll be the king of sand. Coming up next is Sunflowers by Curious Sack. This gorgeous little garden ensemble comes in at 8% gameplay thermo and 1% graphics. Sunflowers are such a staple of summer, along with gardening and freshly cut grass. And it's perfect for decorating any back garden. Up next, and please excuse my French, it's Foie Belle Hélène by Cobre Crié. This stunning chocolate sauce covered pear and ice cream combo just screams summer, coming in at 29% thermo. This is just stunning to look at, and sorry about my French. Next up is Aviator Glasses by The Red Prophet. Oh come on, you couldn't have summer without sunglasses. I was sporting them earlier on too. Coming in at 10% thermo, with of course room to alter. These are perfect for any characters who need to look cool in the sun. And our last option today is Nice Pool by Anime Boy 0021. This asset is perfect for any summer-themed dreams, and at only 10% thermo, you can fit in so many other amazing things. I'm honestly surprised how detailed and low thermo it is. Great job! Wow, all those assets were amazing. Congratulations everyone for being featured. For those of you who want to see the dream portion of the episode, that'll go up on YouTube. But for those who are staying on dreams, thank you so much for watching. And don't forget to watch all the previous episodes. We've got Toon, Wild West, Neon, Underwater. But that's it for me. I've been your host, Red. And I'll see you next time on Let's Talk Dreams. Bye!
Amazing, right? That's just the latest episode of Let's Talk Dreams. It's all about summer. Previous ones, as he just said, do have other themes, and the upcoming theme is fairy tales, and I'm super excited for that episode as well. Now let's just stick with the audio-visual for now, as we have a brand new TV series that launched in Dreams earlier this week. It's got an amazing title, which is of course City Crimmins, Bullhaunt, the Head of the Snake. This is approximately 10 minutes long. I will only be able to showcase it for a minute or two for the purpose of this little thing I'm doing. But this is super cool, please do go check it out. It's really, really stylish, really cool. Just see for yourself.
You need a lift? I don't know what you're doing.
I mean, I was gonna hijack this car, but yeah, sure.
So, you got the bucks? What the hell is this?
It's $5. That's all I got.
Yeah, I guess he could work out. Oh, is he with you?
What? Oh.
What, you don't want a passenger or something? That's a bit rude. Yeah, don't worry, I have a special spot for you. Follow me.
Hey, this isn't a special spot, man. I thought this was like a real special spot. Why am I going in the trunk? Hey, wait a minute. You guys kidnapping me?
And boom, I think that's where we should leave it for the purpose of this showcase. The entire thing is about 10 minutes long. The story does continue. More characters are introduced, more of the story is introduced. The entire thing stays surreal, but it's really well put together. I believe it would benefit from subtitles, but apart from that, it's really cool. It's got proper like noir vibes, a little bit of Sin City, a little bit of like the 90s animated Batman, but with its own quirky, unique sense of humour and stuff. It is the birth of a brand new TV series made in Dreams, because at the end it does say to be continued, and I am excited for future episodes. It's also like just this person's second dream, and I gather that they are, you know, a collaboration between a few people as well, so it's pretty cool. It's great to see. I look forward to more. Do check out the rest for yourself. Now, we have We're All Alone Now, Chapter 1. You awake in a dystopian village ruled by a drug called the Fog. As you journey through the village, you realise it's a ghost town, but what happened? There's actually a part 2 of this, which is also out now. I played part 2 and I quite enjoyed it, but then I came back and I played part 1, because I wasn't necessarily familiar with it, and it's interesting. It's another example of like someone just like coming up with an idea, putting it together in
This
dreams.
must be the border. God, the wall is not too friendly.
We've got journal, we've got missions, we've got that voice acting there. We don't have anything in either of those just now, but we'll get them. It's a very interesting experience. It's well put together. It's one of these ones that I don't want to spoil too much of. I feel like people should explore it for themselves. But we do now have a canteen. We'll find that very useful. Our side mission of being hydrated has been completed, and this gate requires a key. Genuinely, this is quite an interesting experience, and if you do go to the creator's profile, you can see that Chapter 2 is also out. I wonder how many chapters there are going to be, and you know, I hope they get a bit more exposure over time. I mean, drugs can be a very sensitive topic in a product that's rated 12. So maybe like change it from an actual drug to just like a metaphor for a drug or something. I don't know. I'm just talking as an observer and a dreams critic / curator. It's really well put together. It's very interesting, and I'm like, excited to see more. We now move on to Estreno from Juanote Juanito, and this is really fun. This is cool. They released a trailer for this not long ago, and there's someone who's put together some fun stuff. Lone chicken and cub, the old man's treasure. It's gonna have mini games. It's gonna have an open world. It's gonna have kill moves. It's gonna have side quests. There's also a history mode for +1 hour, collectibles, and mini games. Amazing, right? I can't wait. Like, it should be really cool. It's got a whole bunch of stuff there. It ticks a lot of boxes. We've now got Farshot from Mocatron 99, and this one's a bit kind of everywhere. I'm not gonna lie, this is a bit everywhere. Like, it's a twin stick shooter. There's a lot going on. There's not a scoreboard. I've not quite yet figured it out yet, right? But it's absolute chaos, and sometimes it's better to just embrace the chaos. I'm controlling this green ship here in a twin stick manner. There are things coming at me. When I shoot the things, I get them, right? My ship automatically upgrades every 10 seconds. I've got to collect all the green. It's absolute chaos. I don't know. I still don't know what's going on. I even struggle to just... Whoa! Yeah, I struggle to decipher what's even happening on screen a lot of the time. But just go with the chaos. It's fine. I still don't have a clue what's going on though. So yeah, I don't know, right? It's Farshot from Mocatron 99. I think it's pretty cool, right? Like, I think it's cool. It's interesting. I would love to see it maybe like polished and refined a bit or whatever. It's potentially got potential. As crazy a phrase as it's potentially got potential is. But yeah, like, the screen zooms out every time you collect 20 green crystals. Your ship upgrades every 10 seconds. How many crystals can you collect in 3 minutes? But there's no scoreboard. So, I don't know, but it's interesting. It's cool. And now we've got Evel Knievel Toy Motorbike Winter. This is BMX Bandit 34. They've put together a bunch of things which are fun to play. And here we go. Now again, this is potentially awkward because Evel Knievel's a real person, and I imagine he does have image rights and stuff, and he's probably not like given the handoff for like them to be used in this. But like, the game itself, right, is pretty fun. It's pretty cool. I like it. I just, you know, maybe not call it Evel Knievel, maybe call it something else. Maybe call it Impul Knievel. That doesn't really work. Evel Knimpel? I don't know. Evel Knimpel. Like, suggestions in the chat. I think this is quite fun. It's quite cool. I'm always looking to encourage like newer creators and stuff, and it's really cool. BMX Bandit has put together a lot of fun stuff. Oh, flip. Here we go. Yeah, Devious Daredevil. There's a lot of options there, right? But in general, the game's really cool, and it's worth your time if you want to play it. Let's dive back into the stuff to watch section with Colour from Taib Shala. Marvellous, right? This does go on an infinite loop. I'm not sure if it's an entry into the high contrast jam or not, but it's very interesting, and it does just go on forever. If you want to chill out to that, then you can. But also, if you want to chill out to this, then you can. Marvellous, right? That is Chill Out from Game Jack Zero. They're a wonderful musician in Dreams with a back catalogue, well worth checking out. And it's great to see them now move into animation as well. Really cool. We now have Creepy Tales from Gamtrap. This is inspired by things like Tales from the Crypt and Goosebumps and stuff. And I'm just going to play the introduction here to show off those inspirations, I suppose. I enjoy this and I would like to see more things like this. Like things being introduced by puppets or whatever, you know what I mean? So here we go, let's check this out.
Dear guest, today I would like to present you a story.
And there we go, and that's just a little introduction there. There's also an outro, and like the ride itself is cool. But I just love the concept of taking those inspirations from things such as Tales from the Crypt to tell stories within Dreams. There are so many amazing puppets as well that you could do that sort of thing with. We now have Shamanism from Ragnar VE, just their latest little audio visual. It's an interesting experience, right? Ragnar VE is a wonderful creator in Dreams. They've got all sorts of interesting experiences in a wide variety of styles. Generally horror. And if you like that, please do go check out more. Now, we have our latest Shout collection here. And this week, it is Shout, about fairy tale-esque things. I've released this. It's available in-game. You can find it on the collections by people you follow feed if you follow me in game. Otherwise it's available like on my profile and stuff, and it is simply what it says on the tin. It is a bunch of dreams which are all kind of a bit fairy tale-esque, you know. They're not necessarily all fairy tales, but they're fairy tale-esque and they're all very good. There's also links to other collections here on similar themes such as Majestic Magic, Fantastic Fantasy, Marvelous Mythology, and then just Medieval, which has loads of like amazing medieval assets to put together, and that is a previous Shout collection as well. So hopefully people enjoy checking out all of them. Also here, I've got a plug for the latest episode of High Score Wars, which is on Sunday evening at 10 o'clock UK time, 5 o'clock Eastern time. All you have to do as a player to get involved with High Score Wars is turn up and play. I'm super excited to see it continue in this new time slot with the new captains of Danny Kaka, Pierogi Boy and Cheeky Boom. Last week there was a classic start to the evening, or to the season rather, as we had Giblets 2, Ocean Pool and Redline Turbo. Tomorrow evening's games are of course yet to be announced, but there will be 3 more Made in Dreams bangers for people to play, and if you want to get involved as a player, all you have to do is just turn up. If you come to like the Dreams section of Twitch, then you will see that there will be like, you know, high score wars happening. Just join one of the high score wars channels and play along. It's very simple, really, and I can't wait. So yeah, hopefully catch you all there. The creator spotlight this week is on Jiffy Jaff, who's the creator of Pathogen, which we did feature earlier. But in general, like, they're like a really good horror creator within Dreams. I do have a selection of some of their other horror games here that they've made in Dreams. They're all worth checking out if you're a fan of horror. They are some of the better experiences. It's all good. In community events, we have the Community Garden Challenge from Nefendril this week. It's all about vines, and I'm super excited to see what happens there. Nefendril takes all of the things that people make for these scenes and they put them together into showcase scenes, similar to this one here, which is Topiary. So it's a great thing to get involved with if you'd like your work showcased a little bit from a top creator themselves. All of these scenes are worth checking out, and the jam is something to get involved with for sure. Lee's Ladies Search and Shape Jam is still going from strength to strength, and you can find out all the information about the latest one in here. There is the latest Dream Sounds Music Jam, which this time focuses on drafts galore from Asian Roro. There's a whole selection of like unfinished Asian Roro music here, and people are asked to try and finish it. So far there's been these submissions here, and I'm excited to hopefully get more as well. It should be a banging night. It should be a proper party with the music of Asian Roro getting remixed. We've also got this Construct Jam Challenge, Wonderful Woodland, which comes from X Dimension, and they're new to the whole community jam scene. I'm curious to see how this goes with a little bit of promotion and stuff. I just came across this. They've got a bunch of assets here, and they're asking people to put together scenes using these assets. They would like to make this a more regular event called the Construct Jams, and I think that's a cool thing. I'm all for seeing, like, you know, like giving people a selection of assets and then saying, hey, put these together, what can you do? Everyone's will be different, and that'll be interesting. And yeah, hey, that's cool. Get involved if you want to get involved. The deadline is Monday. I presume that's this coming Monday. Here we have Decorate an Imp sticker challenge. This is from Tiny Diorama, the artist formerly known as J Combat. And they've got this template here that they would like people to remix to turn into various imps of various types. There's been a whole bunch that have been done so far. They're all very cool. They're all very varied. Taib Shalaz is one of my favourites. Here we go. There we go. Now you know why that's one of my favourites. But they're all really cool. There's so many different ones here. Look at that. Look at that cute doggo from Yadi. Of course it's from Yadi. It's a cute doggo. It's amazing. Look at that. In fact, yeah, here's one from Ragnar VE. Like, it's crazy. It's been really cool seeing people's imps like come in though. It's been great. There is of course also links here to all of the DHM creation challenges. Get involved there every Sunday night. And also Dreamflix Season 2 Episode 2 is now underway, so you can get involved with that as well. Dreamflix is really cool. In the recently updated section, we have Ocean Pool, which recently had a brand new mode added to it. It's called Splash Pool, and the objective of Splash Pool is to get the balls into the ocean. So it's not quite what you would expect. It's actually, like, it's really fun, it's really cool, it's got its own scoreboard, it's a reason to go and play that game again. Also, if you didn't hear, there is actually a Snooker update coming to Ocean Pool. So I'm not sure how that's going to affect the title of the game, if it's going to be called Ocean Pool / Snooker, but there is a Snooker update coming, and that's going to be really exciting. I'm not actually aware of there being any snooker games in Dreams as things stand. Like, there's loads of pool games, but there's not snooker. Anyway, we also have Project Rogue Rage here, which is an interesting roguelike Souls-like. It features areas that are randomly generated every time that you play the game, or procedurally generated rather, and you know, you sort of spend points between lives in order to become more powerful with every run, and then eventually you can become powerful enough to complete the game. It is still in development, but there's a lot of gameplay here, and it's genuinely quite interesting. And then World on Fire 2 has continued to get lots of quality of life improvements to it as well. So that's a dream that's always worth loading up if you're into that sort of thing. In the Kits of the Week section, we've got this Procedural and Generation collection from Apollonius. Now, what I find particularly interesting about this is the ability to, remix it, remix the things in this, and sort of emit to bake. So you can spawn a dungeon. He's got this procedural dungeon creator here. You can see it spawning. And then once it spawns, you could actually save it. Previously you couldn't do that, but now you can. And you could save it as an element, and then boom, you've got a dungeon. And then you could do that another 5 times, and then you've got 5 dungeons. It's really fun watching them get built as well. And of course, there's not just the dungeon creator here, there's other things as well. But these are just really fun tools, the likes of which Emit to Bake does, give genuine possibilities for. I'd love to see more use of that in general. I think it's really cool. I love the way that, look, we just, obviously we didn't really create a dungeon, but also we kind of did. And you could have a lot of fun just decorating this now. When you save it as Emit to Bake and save it as an element, you could just have hours of fun just decorating this and turning it into more of a level as well. It's really cool, and there's lots of stuff like that in there. And now these other 2 kits are from Demary, and they're very UK focused. This is UK Industrial Collection, and it definitely, it's definitely UK Industrial, isn't it? Just look at this. Yeah, this is awesome. This is just a whole series of different elements that you can use to put together scenes such as that there. It's awesome stuff. And then they've also put together this London kit, which is cool. It's the London collection by Demary. There's just a whole bunch of London things, and you can mix some of these in with the things from the other kits that they've put together as well, and then just put together really nice scenes basically. Without actually sculpting anything, you can just stamp these amazing things. Up in this corner here, we have all the information about the latest Dream Sounds and the related Dream Sounds jams. So if you like the music of Dreams, or if you're interested in the music of Dreams, then this is the corner for you. Here we have some game kits, so people can make their own games. This is Astro Race, a new kit put together with Super Afro Boy for, as you would expect, Astro Race. This is a really fun game. I recommend playing it, and it's very easy to put together your own levels. We've also got the Giblets 2 kit here, with which you can make your own Giblets 2 levels. There's been a whole bunch created already, and Trix will be putting their favourites into the game itself, which is a lot of fun and really cool. I might make one myself. Also, there's the Super Trap World kit, with which it's very easy to make your own levels. There's one here from Surrounded, which is really cool, and a great example of how, you can just put things together. That's a devious game to play, but it's a lot of fun and it's really compelling. In the Hot New Instrument section, we have a deep electric guitar. Which sounds cool. Great job, Sergeant Rep 7. And then also we've got a fast, short violin from Anti-G, which is nice. So there we go, you can have fun with these new instruments. And now, let's round out with some showcases. First of all, we've got Human Condition from Gianni Nomitaka and Funk 97 Ita. This one is very hard to talk about. It's an interactive art installation where everyone is going to have their own experience due to the interactive nature of it. And there's a lot of deep themes here that you could talk about for hours as well. I have a VOD on this channel where I do play through the whole thing and talk about it quite a bit. This is just a quick little showcase I'll stop talking and let you absorb it. It's amazing how, you know, you can see the buttons on the top left there, right? I have full control over what happens here by pressing these buttons, like, and everyone's experience is different based on the order that they press them and how they press them. And just look at this art. And now we can spin. Watch this. Look at the reflections, like, it's absolutely masterful. And that's not even the full experience. I do have the VOD of the full experience also here. Please do go check it out for yourself though, that's what this is really all about. Go and experience these things for yourself. We now have Takeshi from Onti Music. And it's a very well put together version of a potential person. And it works as well with the music, it's really cool. We've now got Turn That Key from Vince Cully, a very quick tech demo that they put together in which you can unlock doors using a key. And it's very fun. I'll just fairly quickly do it here. Let's turn the key with my stick. There we go, I just turned that key and now the door's opened, and that's cool. Like, genuinely, it's like a fun, satisfying control motion to use the key and a nice fun animation, and it's really cool. It's a great little demo. We've now got Dangerous Snail from Ragnar VE, and it is exactly what it says it is. It's a dangerous snail. It's already taken one leaf down and it's after the other, and if I was a leaf I'd be flipping terrified. It's amazing work though, isn't it? It's got so much charm and character. Look at the teeth and the tongue and the eyebrows on the leaf, like this, the details on the shell, like the whole thing's just magnificent. We've now got Noir Books High Contrast from QGS Warrior. This is really cool. It's a scene to wander around and wander about and explore, and there is a bunch to explore. You can like find things and interact with them. For the purpose of this, we're just going to have to be very quick and be like, look at this, isn't it amazing? Like, all of QGS Warrior scenes are amazing. They are one of Dream's top architects. They've got a whole series of incredible creations on their profile. They're worth checking out. They also give away a lot of elements. And yeah, look, they're an absolute Dreams legend as far as I'm concerned. Please check them out. We've also now got Pre-Kitchen from Nino Bonelli. And I find this particularly interesting because this is a recreation of a kitchen which their mother ordered. Like, as in real life, their mother ordered a new kitchen for their house, and then Nina Bonelli recreated the new kitchen in Dreams so that they could, like, before they bought it, well, after they bought it, but before it got installed, just to be like, hey, this is what your new kitchen is going to be like. And yeah, it's really cool to use Dreams for that, like, you know, for that, basically. It shows the power of Dreams. It can be used for anything. Even just if you're online and you're like, oh, should I buy this thing? You can be like, well, I don't know. Let's put it in my house in Dreams. Like, let's make my house in Dreams and then put it in my house in Dreams and then see how it actually works. If we should buy it or not. It's really cool. And there's more to explore there with the different options you have. We've now got Headways Crossing from Innocence 48. They made this live on stream and it's a beautiful scene. It's tinged with sadness and joy, as you have, like, you know, the big stone head and also the sprouting tree. It's really cool. Innocence is a wonderful sculpt creator, and they also made this, which is Flex Hog. And again, it's a hedgehog and it's flexing. There's not much more to say about it. It is what it is, but it's absolutely marvellous. It's really well put together. The details are insane. I mean, if we zoom in and we look at its eyes, just look at that. It's like the amazing Innocence eyes that we've grown accustomed to. We've also now got Haunted Woods from Chalsore. This is a creator I only discovered relatively recently, but their work's really cool and they've not put out a lot of it. But I welcome them to the Dreamiverse and I hope to discover more, and I hope they make more. It's just really cool. Look at this, so much charm. It's really nice put together scene. It's really cool. I hope to see more from Chalsore. Here we have the Industrial UK Collection Showcase, which we saw earlier on as part of this collection up here. And now we have Hydra from Gamtrap. Which is what it says it is. It's a Hydra, but it's a well put together Hydra. Very well sculpted, very stylish. It works. Really atmospheric, really cool. We've now got a movement test from Sassy Southern Girl. Perfect, right? Short and sweet and perfect. And we've now got 5-part landscape generation from Apollonius. Now again, technically, you can remix this and you can use like emit to bake in order to save like these generations as actual scenes and stuff if you like. But I find these just very fun to watch, very satisfying and very cool, great use of logic and stuff. Just very cool. Boom. And just like that, we've got ourselves a little scene. You know, it's really cool. It's really satisfying to watch, and it's very clever, very interesting. And then also down here, we have the latest episode of Flickpunk magazine. It's issue number 8, and I will be launching a full investigation into it at some point in the future. I'm excited for that day. But in the meantime, you can check it out for yourself and do your own investigation. It's really cool. It comes from Flash Medallion, and it's a very interesting way of putting together dreams within dreams. Now, I believe that wraps us up. Thank you very much everyone for tuning in. That was highlights of the week in dreams. Have a great week. Catch you next time. Let's go.